Hi guys, today I'm going to solve a Leetcode problem. The problem number is 189 rotate array. What it has is an array of nums, and we need to rotate it uh, to the right k number of times, and where k is a non-negative number. So let's just say we have this array, and when you rotate it first time, you would flip the 7 from the back to the front. And similarly, you would do the same thing second time. You'd flip the 6 to the front, and the 7 goes to the first as a first item, as a second item in an array, right? So and when you flip it the third time, the 5 will flip to the front, and it will be 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is what you are expecting when you flip it three times for the given array. And same concept goes here. You would flip it 2 times. The 99 goes front, and then the 3 goes, and then it will be 3, 99, -1, and -100. So these are the two parameters that are given to us. So let's go to the Visual Studio and try to figure this problem out. So for that, to save time, I have just copied the array and the value of k, just initialized it. And then this is, I copied the question, the output, what is it expecting, and basically this is how you're going to rotate it. So let's just brainstorm a little and see how we can solve this problem. So given to us is the magic number k, right? So k is 3 times. We need to flip this array. So when you flip it once, you get this, right? So basically what it is doing is it is flipping this to the front, right? So why can't we just have these 3 numbers captured in some array? Like can we capture this? Meaning, can we do something like this? Like nums dot length, that is 7, right? Because it is 7 number of items are 7 minus k, which is 3. So if you minus this, will be 4, right? So if we can somehow omit this 4 items in the front, we would get this. So these are our numbers that we need to flip it, right? So we would have to skip these many items in an array. So what is our end goal is to get this 5, 6, 7, because we know we are flipping it 3 times. We know the value of k. Let's just say that. Okay. So this is our step number 1. Okay, and then let's do the same thing. Let's do num length 7 minus 1. Here the second step also we'll do the same thing, but this time we don't want to skip it, we want to take it. So I want to take it in a sense, these items that we skipped it before, I want to take it into a new array. So this is my array 1. Let's just say this is my array 1 equals to this 5, 6, 7, and my array 2 would contain this, right? So based on the value of k, we have split our given array into 2 arrays. One with the number that needs to be flipped, and one that the numbers that are constant, right? So these are my array 1, array 2. So somehow we need to add it up. So let's just say when you add array 1 plus array 2, what do you get? You get this output. You will get this 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So this is what is expected. So when you add these two numbers now, you get this, okay? And then what the last step would be to set it to the nums, because as per the question, you can see it is expecting the nums to have these integers flipped, right? So we would set it. How we can set it? Because the length is same. So the equals to here, the length is same, right? So the length of new array, right? New array is equals to nums, right? So we could just set it. Basically, step 4 would be set it to nums using for loop. Okay, so that's it. That is our first step in order to solve this issue. Okay, so let's just write it down and see what we can do. So for example, not for the first one we have array1, right? Just int, let's just explicitly say array1 equals to what we wanted to do for the first one. We want to um, skip it, right? So let's try to skip it first. So nums dot skip, right? Skip what? Nums dot length minus k, right? So when you skip it, you would get is 567. So this array should, this is I enumerable. So, no, this is an I enumerable, so it should be var. Okay, okay, here you go. So this is an I enumerable, so of int, right? So this is okay. This is our okay, great. And then the second one would be array 2, which would contain all, we could take it, we will take it, right, basically, right? So nums dot length. Okay, great. So this will have this 567. Okay, let's just put it here so that it's easier to brainstorm. And this will have 1 2 3 4. Okay, okay, these are not arrays, by the way, these are just I enumerable of int. Okay, so, and let's create a variable. Let's create an array now, array3, right? Which, in which we would add these two arrays. So how would you do add these to IUnum dot concat, right? Array2 dot to array. Okay, it's already says. So this is my int of array. Okay, so what does concat do? It will concatenate two sequences. So the array1 plus array2. So I over here I should get is this 567 this. Okay, so now the last step is to set it back to our nums, right? So the what we want to do is nums dot length, right? And then we're gonna set it to that, right? So what we could do is nums dot I, okay, equals to what is the array3 dot I. Perfect. And then this is our yeah, 4-step process. So let's just copy this code. Let's debug first so that you would understand better. Okay, so skip and take, these are the two things I have used. Okay, let's just clear all for now. I don't want to use this. Okay, take and skip is what I have used. Okay, here's my debug point. Sorry. Okay, let's rerun it. Okay, so the first one should have 567. That is what we expected, right? 5 6, because we are doing a skip, right? So it skips 4 items in the front. Perfect. And the second one is gonna take, right? So it will take the first 4 items basically, right? Because 7 minus 4 is 3, right? And then in the array3 we would concatenate basically. So 5 6 7 1 2 3 4. Perfect. And then this is just setting it up, right? So my end array would look like, let's just say, let's ping the number. Okay, 3 times 4, 5, 6, right? And the 7. Okay, so my nums here would be 5 6 7 1 2 3 4, right? So that's what we are expecting. So perfect. So this is our piece of code. Let's put this into action and see if you can solve this problem. Okay, so let's put this here you go. Let's put this into action. Let's run our thing, test cases. Okay, it got accepted. Okay, so it's good to go. So but I do want to add one more test case, because you see, I want to add one more test case. How do I do this? Test case here, add. Okay, so I have submitted this problem before. I did this, but I ran into something which was not covered in the test case. So let's go to submission. Let's go to our first, right? So as you can see, this is my code from my previous, the same thing. So I want to add this test case. Okay, so let's go back to the description, and then description, go to console, add my test case over here. 1, 2, 3, remove this, right? Run. So what happens when you have two items in an array? You see, it fails. So what it is expecting is 1 and 2 it has in the nums, and the k is flipped equals to 3. So you have to flip it 3 times, okay? But expected value when you flip it 3 times, okay? So first time you flip it, it'll be 2 comma 1, right? And then the second time you flip it, it'll be 1 comma 2, and the third time you flip it, it'll be again 2 comma 1, right? So we are flipping it again and again and again and again, right? So output that I'm getting is 1 comma 2, right? For now, right now. So let's debug this. Let's try to figure out why we are not getting 2 comma 1, because you need to flip it 3 times here, right? So the only let's try to do this 2 comma 1 comma what was the name, 1 comma 2, 1 comma 2, right? 1 comma 2 and then 3. Okay, just remove this all and then let's do debug. Okay, so I have only 1 comma 2. We need to flip it 3 times. Expected output is 2 comma 1, right? 2 comma 1. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so we are expecting this. Okay, gotcha. There you go. So when you take the length is 2 minus 3, right? So it'll be negative 1, I guess, right? So it basically it is not doing. You need something on the top that actually would filter that. You see, it does not. It does not really, like my code does not work basically. So you 2 minus k, right? K is 3, right? So it is right now minus 1. Oh wow. Okay. So you need something that could actually some kind of modulus in the top that would help you to resolve this situation. So I've kind of stumbled into this. So what we need to do is for the value of k that we are doing, so we need to find put it as a modulus. So k modulus of the nums dot length. Okay, so what I'm doing is, hey, give me the remainder in the k every time by seeing how many times the length fits in k. So right now what I should get is the length is 2, right? So k is 1, so I should get 1, right? So only flip it once. So this is what you would expect. So it will only take 1, right? So it will take 2 out every time. So it will take 2 and it'll put it on the front. So that is what we wanted, right? So it will take 2, right? First 2, and the second one I expect it to be 1, right? And then when you concatenate it, it will be 2 comma 1, right? And then you set it back to nums. So that was the missing piece that I took me time just to figure it out. So you need to have a modulus in order to resolve anything a k that is greater than the length of num. Okay, if the num's length is less than k, you need to add a modulus like this and assign the value to the k. Okay, so let's put this into action. Let's put this code. Let's go back. Here you go. So I'll put this in the front and run my test cases. Okay, so run. Okay, it looked good. Perfect. Case 3 also. Yes, that's good. Let's submit this. Perfect. It got accepted, and my runtime is 200 milliseconds, which is okay, which is not bad. And this is my code. It's fairly simple, and it also gives you gives you what skip and take does, and also concat. So these are basically link operations that you need to know on a given array. So these are very useful. Um, so please feel free to ask me any questions that you want to go over. I would be very happy to go over any questions from Leetcode. And do feel free to give me a thumbs up, and I'll come with more videos like this. And thank you for watching, and have a good day.